Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, where we bring you conversations with the top business minds on Long Island and around the nation every week. Featuring expert consultants and small business owners who have found success but are also willing to share their top tips, failures, and give gritty, matter-of-fact advice based on their firsthand experience. Now, let's get down to business on Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Hello and welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Ray Schwetz, AVP of Business Banking at Jovia Financial Credit Union, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO, keeper of the brand marketing and digital agency.
We focus on being the premier resource for business and entrepreneurship. We bring you weekly business advice, tips, tools, and services that help you grow your business. Plus, we interview the top business leaders in the industry.
Okay, and helping provide us with business empowerment today is Lonette Green. She's the owner of the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, West Hempstead, and Leon Nurse. He's the marketing manager. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming, and thank you very much. So, obviously, you can't see this, but we have some samples. So, if we sound extra energized today, you know why.
I know. We're so excited and super, super excited about bringing Lonette and Leon on because Tropical Smoothie Cafe, I'm all about it, especially for West Hempstead.
My kids are going to be so jealous. So, Peanut Paradise and the Kiwi Quencher are like staples in my household. We are there twice a week at least. So they're going to be very jealous that I didn't bring back any samples for them.
Next time we'll get
what are you going to do?
So, Lonette, you and I have been living right next door to each other for about 4 or 5 years now and never knew that you guys were a part of Tropical Smoothie. Over the pandemic, my children were like, we want something healthy. And I was like, searching online, and I stumbled across Tropical Smoothie Cafe right in West Hempstead. So can you tell us a little bit about your background and yourself? And Leon will have you chime in as well.
Well, awesome. I'm a wife and a mother of 2 boys, very handsome boys. I'm originally from Guyana, South America. I came here in 1997. And I lived a few years in Queens, then I moved to Brooklyn, then I moved back to Queens. And then eventually we ventured into Long Island, where we became your neighbor. I went to school for 2 degrees. I started off as a radiologic technologist. And then I found out, maybe I could venture into something different, and I chose business. So I went back to school and got my degree in business management and accounting. And that's the history of that.
Wow. And how about you, Leon?
Well, my story's kind of similar to her. But I came here a little later than she did. I came from Guyana in 2001. I graduated from York College with a degree in marketing and management. I'm currently a licensed insurance agent. I actually also have my own insurance agency as well. And just like she did, I originally started in Brooklyn, moved to Queens, and now in Long Island as well. And just helping my family to make this business successful.
And that's fantastic that the fact that, Tropical Smoothie Cafe West Hempstead is a family-run and family-owned and operated business. Can you guys tell us what led you to franchise?
Well, the inspiration came from my mom she's a very great cook. She cooks the Caribbean food. And we wanted to open a restaurant with her, to share that delicious food with the world. But in researching, the market is so saturated with West Indian, Caribbean restaurants. It's like, do you want to really go into that venture? And because it's so saturated. So in our research, we stumbled across Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and it basically offered Caribbean and other different cultures. So and the franchise business, you get a lot of help. So we basically just jumped into that based from our vision of getting our own restaurant.
That's fantastic.
And how is the experience going through, because obviously it's very different from what you originally started out to do. Now you're launching into a franchise. Tell us about that experience of kind of going through the motions of the business side of that.
I mean, the business side of it is pretty similar because you still have to fund it. But in the franchise, you have help. They lay down the foundation and they guide you. So it's not like you're there struggling to figure it out. There's a platform that guides you and carry you through, show you the steps on how to, manage the business. So,
well, that's great. Sounds like there's a lot of resources to support.
Lot of resources, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, and for you, what was it that separated Tropical Smoothie from potentially other choices? And by the way, I think next time we see you, we need some of the samples of the Caribbean food.
Let me tell you, well. I'm all about it. The wraps, the salads, it's just amazing.
Yes.
My favorite is the yams.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, the sweet potatoes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, those sides.
You looked at Tropical Smoothie, but what was the differentiator versus, some of the other quick serve restaurants out there, like a McDonald's or Burger King or White Castle? Like, I know Lonette said, like, the Caribbean flavor and also the tropical side of things. Was that the final, like, hey, let's go this way for us? Or was it, was that like the cherry on top to know that this was a good fit?
That was definitely the differentiator because not only did they offer, a vast menu that covered, various cultures because, literally anyone can come into Tropical Smoothie and find something that they like. Whether it's something that has an Italian background or something that has a Caribbean background, which is something that, we, assimilate more with. So that helped us in the decision because now we're going to be able to market to pretty much everyone.
Fantastic. And everyone right now is really health conscious. So can you guys share with us, what else? I mean, we talked about the smoothies and we hit home on some of the other items on the menu, but what are some of the fan favorites when they come in?
Yeah.
Well, some of the fan favorites is the Bahama Mama that we brought and the Island Green, Sunrise Sunset. Most people tend to germinate to the Chia Banana Boost because it's like a meal replacement. And they have, in the salads, they have the super green salad, the beach club salad that they ventured to as well. And one of the most favorite, which is everyone's favorite, is the Caribbean jerk chicken wrap. And then we also have the Chipotle chicken flatbread. That's a big top seller. Everyone comes in there for that as well. And I think we get a lot of requests for the chicken caprese.
No, what's that? I'm sorry.
I know. We have to try that one, right?
What's in that?
So it's fresh mozzarellas and Parmesan cheese and pesto on a ciabatta bread.
Okay.
Very delicious.
Right,
I forgot the topping, the glazed balsamic.
Note
dressing.
to self.
Yeah,
Exactly, Leon. He's just flashing it on there. Note to self. We must try that, Ray.
Yes.
And I have to tell you that. So I tried the Island Green because you could not get me to try kale ever. And I have to say that, yes, I taste the spinach a little bit, and I like spinach. And you cannot taste the kale. I just don't taste it. So I'm ingesting it. I'm being healthier.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you keep trying that one. I love their mango. Like every time we order, and we always get the large one. So I feel like it lasts me forever and ever and ever. It never melts. Like some smoothies, they start melting and start really getting, unfashionable for me. I'm just like, no, it's still there.
You can get the large one, and it lasts pretty much until lunchtime.
Yes.
Right? And then you can get one of the, then you can get the chicken caprese.
Absolutely. So, Leon, can you tell us a little bit, since you're the marketing manager, can you tell us a little bit about, marketing your franchise? We know that, as a franchise, you get a lot of support. But on the marketing side, how do you have to work with the corporation, and do you do other marketing outside of that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tropical Smoothie does provide us with a lot of assistance on the marketing level, but they do most of the national promotion. So they'll, put out the different discounts and promotions for like the different promotional food items that we will have, and drive that traffic on a national level. But on a local level, we do our own marketing. We are actively engaging in the community by reaching out to like the various local businesses, and we do some sponsorships. So we send out a lot of coupons via email. on our own and, place a lot of phone calls to like schools and these different businesses to try to let them know that we're in the neighborhood and, we're actively looking to partner with them and do business.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nesmity College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Ray Schwetz, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, and our guests today are Lonette Green, owner of Tropical Smoothie Cafe in West Hempstead, and Leon Nurse, marketing manager. Now, tell us about your work, Lonette, as the franchise owner. What is it that you're doing specifically within the store?
Specifically in the store, I'm just managing and running the day-to-day ins and outs, making sure that staff is following the protocol, the standards that we, present to the community, and assisting in also marketing and driving the foot traffic into the business by reaching out and calling. And basically, I operate as just a hiring manager, as they would say. I try to, get the employees. I do the hiring and just running the business, the ins and outs.
And what is it you like most about it?
Meeting new people.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite part of being in the cafe. It's the different people that comes in. I get to greet everyone and talk to people just to see what their likes and dislikes. Oh, what do you like? What brought you in here? So basically reaching out to people, meeting people.
Nice. And now, so what are some of the misconceptions about being a business owner? You both are, running the business daily, Leon handling the marketing, you doing the hiring manager, and people think, oh my gosh, you own a business and like it's easy and breezy, like it just builds itself.
That one of the misconceptions is people think this is easy breezy is you have to worry every day about the bottom line. And it becomes stressful, but what are you going to do? You just keep on pushing and driving the business, putting it out there so that you can bring up that bottom line. So it's always about the bottom line.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you get asked this a lot. The pandemic has affected many businesses. How did things happen for you with the pandemic? How did things go?
Well, luckily, we opened just when the pandemic was dying down. We opened in November in 2021. So we didn't get to experience the pandemic, which were the shutdown and all that. So we were blessed to open at a time when everyone was starting to venture out of their homes and coming out. But on the whole, the brand, fast food and food restaurants, they didn't take that major hit because we have third-party delivery, we have Tropical Smoothie delivery. So if you couldn't come, it was able to reach your home at any time. So we didn't take that major hit during the pandemic.
What would you say for you, and this goes for you as well, Leon, what are some of the accomplishments, so far that you're most proud of in doing your work?
Well, for me, the accomplishment, how I basically measure my accomplishments by, how many people I help. So throughout my career as a manager for, various companies, and even now, helping my sister to manage the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, I'm looking forward to, helping people grow, getting, other people to that management level, or, helping them to find the right career path for themselves and things of that nature. And, my number one accomplishment right now are my two daughters. I have two beautiful daughters that are, both doing extremely well in school, and, that's something I can definitely be proud of on a regular basis.
Yeah, and that's something that we all share. I'm three daughters, and I can definitely relate to that. Now, for the marketing side of things, Leon, for you, how is it to work with a franchise? Is it something that is restricting? Is it something that's helpful? Because it's got to be different to be marketing with a franchise versus marketing, on your own, doing things independently. Tell us about that.
Honestly, it's not much different from working independently. In reality, it actually is more. It's actually better because they actually have guidelines that you can follow and be able to market your business more effectively, because they have a blueprint and all you have to do is just follow the blueprint. And as long as you're doing everything the right way, you're almost guaranteed to be successful.
That sounds great. Now, I'm going to jump back again to the food because I'm sorry. I just keep, as we're talking about things, I keep thinking about everything that's on the menu. So, as I said, my favorites are the Peanut Paradise. The kids love the Kiwi Quencher. What do you feel is like on your menu is kind of like the best kept secret or the underdog of your menu? There's got to be something that you're like, not enough people order this, but it's really awesome.
They love everything. Look at Lynette's face.
Pretty much.
And according to Kevin here, and I definitely want to give him a shout out. He came in here as the representative. He's in uniform, everyone, and he was a part of their team, visited the morning show, and has really, really been like a great first impression for Tropical Smoothie Cafe. So big up to Kevin here in the background.
And again, I can tell you that if we're looking for an underdog, so for me, the Island Green, I mean, I would never have tried that, but wow, it's very good. And tell us about the rest of your staff. Now, how do you do your training? Is that any different from how, you would normally operate? Is there a system that you follow for training your employees?
Yeah, actually, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, the franchise lay out the training plan. So everything is just there. You just follow it. There's training in store, there's training online. So everything is just laid out perfectly. There's nothing for you to guess or make up. It's follow the plan and you get success, guaranteed.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Right.
Exactly.
And was there anything that stood out to you about the training that you went, wow, it's really cool that they operate this way?
Actually, what really stood out is the online training. You go online and you basically click and follow the rules, and they show you step by step every single thing that you have to do. Everything. It's like I can take Donyshia from right here and put her on the computer. She watched the video and she can go in the cafe and work right off the road. Simple, straight to the point.
With the events that you do and, and dealing with customers, was there anything that stands out to you as like the kind of thing that you just love doing? Or is there a specific, maybe a specific customer or someone that you kind of look forward to seeing? Tell us about those interactions.
Yes. There's a man that comes in the cafe every day and he orders the Island Green extra pineapples. As soon as I see him at the door, I'll be like, hey, and what are we going to have today? The Island Green extra pineapples. And it brightens up his day to know that she remembers my name and she remembers my order. So it gives me joy to see that people are excited to be here and to feel our energy when they walk through the door. Like, for example, Kevin, when he's on the register, you're guaranteed to have a great time. Because from the time you pull the door and you walk in, hey, welcome to Tropical Smoothie Cafe, West Hempstead. And he goes, well, how you doing? And and then he starts pitching his smoothie, the mango magic. And, and people get really hyped about, him sharing their, asking them how they're doing and being friendly. So that's
now
what we're about.
We need to know exactly what time Kevin's working so we can stop by.
Yes.
Yes, it's definitely a joy to be there.
I love
to meet
that.
people.
I love that. That's key when you have staff and people feel like they're welcome to come into the store. I was ordering, online, and then once we decided, hey, you know what, let's just drive over. I would order online and then go pick up, and you guys had it like ready right away. So that was I love that option.
It is.
And no waiting for me.
Yeah.
That's just the best thing in the world.
No, I walk in and they know that I'm ordering the Peanut Paradise with half sugar, and they know that I'm ordering the Kiwi Quenchers, 2 of those for my kids. They know as soon as I walk in, they're like, oh, it's Ray.
But it's like a whole different language, and it really brightens your day because it's tropical, it's healthy, and you know that you're going to walk away and you still feel that you have some type of nutritional value instead of eating a burger or something else that's not as healthy.
Yeah. And, also some people, they didn't realize that we also have plant-based replacement. So if you want to go on the vegan or the vegetarian side, you can always choose the plant-based option of our food items.
Yes, that's true. They always ask me if it's whey or soy or...
Yeah, we have that too for the smoothies. We have the whey and the soy protein. Pea protein.
And you're touching on something that I think is very important, and that is something that I think from franchise to franchise, this could potentially be a little different, but you're making this an experiential brand. When I walk in and I see Kevin, I'm going to be very excited, and, you're very engaging. I think that that's a very important thing to point out. Now, same question for you, Leon. For you, looking at the marketing standards for Tropical Smoothie, Is there anything that kind of stood out to you that went, wow, this company really has it together. They're really doing things great with their marketing?
Well, just when we sat down and we went through the whole marketing presentation on how to do the promotions and things of that nature, that was extremely exciting because it's something that, when I worked with other companies that I won't name, their marketing plan was exceptional, meaning that once you do exactly what they lay out, if you fail, it's probably because you didn't do it right. And that's how, Tropical Smoothie has their marketing plan. It's set up to wherein, for example, when we open, we have something called a tropical takeover, wherein we go out to the community and we reach out to every single business. We send out coupons. I think one of the coupons we did when we first opened up was where if you were one of the first 25 customers, you get a free smoothie per week for the year.
Hey, Leon, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? I'm right next door. How did I miss that? Lonette, you and I have to talk.
We only see each other when we go in the car.
I know. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic.
And literally, we had a customer in front of the door waiting. We had 2 customers waiting in front of the door because of that promotion the very first day we opened. They were there from about 6-something in the morning.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Just waiting to be the first customer.
My Kelly's going to be devastated she missed that.
I wouldn't do that for concert tickets. I don't know.
I know. That sounds like an Apple iPhone promotion.
Right?
That's fantastic. Good job.
It looked like we were selling Jordans.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio. Our guest today is Lonette Green, owner of Tropical Smoothie Cafe, West Hempstead, and Leon Nurse, marketing manager. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, along with Ray Schwetz, on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Leon, you talked a little bit about some of the events, or actually, Lonette, it might have been you, but I know I was at the Melville Chamber of Commerce event recently, and there was a table that, it looked like a tiki bar, but a larger one, obviously, and people were handing out the coupons that you talked about. Now, what type of events do you look for, and what type of events are you participating in?
Right now, we're looking to partner with a lot of schools. We do sponsor different plays and these little events for the PTA and things of that nature. I'm also currently in talks with Adelphi University. I'm trying to actually see if we can do some type of a partnership with their athletic department. So these are the type of things that, we're really, looking to do because that's where, a lot of our, clientele comes from. It comes from the local schools, local businesses. So that's where we're trying to really reach out to.
Yeah, it definitely helps if you're near a school, because I know the kids, they'll wander around lunchtime and they'll find their favorite spot, or they'll walk past on the way home. How can the community support your location, Lonette?
By visiting the cafe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not to mention, posting on the internet, tagging us, because that's where a lot of people, find stuff from, TikTok, these things. So definitely, buy a smoothie, post a pic and tag us.
Yeah, Instagram.
I totally see. I feel like Kevin's energy in the back here, that he is going to be like your TikTok phenomenon when it comes to Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I can totally see that happening.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the dating myself, but cocktail, Tom Cruise, but making smoothies that way.
Yes.
I can feel it. I feel like the turquoise or teal shirt along with the raspberry hat. I mean, he's going to be shaking it up, mixing it up. I'm just waiting for an experience when I walk through the door. Just be ready, Kevin. Just be ready.
He's ready.
For you, Lonette, what was kind of the most unexpected thing that happened as a result of you taking this journey and going into Tropical Smoothie Cafe? Was there anything that stood out to you that you're like, wow, I really didn't expect that?
Nothing really stood out because, as I said before, everything is just laid out. And, the only thing that I saw that was a little bit difficult was just trying to get the city approvals for the opening.
Oh,
that's
sure.
the longest process.
Yeah. And that's definitely something that I think every business,
yes,
it's a hurdle to kind of go through that. And was there any differences in what you might have experienced if you went out on your own to do that? Was Tropical Smoothie helpful in that regard?
Yes, they were very helpful because they were with us every step of the way. They make sure they follow up on, because there's a guideline. You have once you sign your franchise agreement, there's a guideline and a step that you follow. So when you reach that mark, you check it off, and they're like, okay, in 2 weeks' time, you have to get this done.
Right.
So basically, you check off a list and keep it going. So it's pretty helpful.
Yeah, that's helpful because it kind of gauges the expectations. These are the steps you're going to take. These are the hurdles you're going to run into, and this is how you respond to it.
Yeah, and Nassau County, is no easy fet, when it comes to some of those, permitting. You never heard from other, business owners, and we've heard right here on the show. And so, when you look at the locations of Tropical Smoothie, they're nationwide, and they're, you have your location here in West Hempstead. Are you looking to expand eventually?
Yes, we're actually in the process of expanding. We're planning on opening another 2 more cafes, one in Brooklyn and one in Jamaica, Queens. So we're expanding.
Fantastic.
That's very nice. Now, what's the one thing that you want to make sure, and this is for both Leon and Lonette, what is the one thing that you want to make sure you leave our listener with? Ladies first.
Well, we want to make our listeners know that Tropical Smoothie Cafe West Hempstead is your place for a healthier choice in food and smoothies.
I love it. How about you, Leon?
Well, I do want to let them know that we do offer catering services. So, if you are looking for someone to cater your event, whether it's a PTA meeting, a staff meeting, or, even a kid's birthday party, because, the kids love the smoothies. So definitely, reach out to Tropical Smoothie Cafe West Hempstead.
Oh, I love that idea. We want to thank you very much, Lonette and Leon. Thank you very much for joining us today and for bringing us some treats and for making things very healthy for us out there, for people who are on the go. Thank you both.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So we'd like to thank our guest, Lonette Green, owner of Tropical Smoothie Cafe, West Hempstead, and Leon Nurse, marketing manager of Tropical Smoothie. And we're going to leave you with DB's philosophy.
The secret of getting ahead is getting started.
We want to thank you for being with us. My name is Ray Schwetz, along with Donyshia Boston-Hill, your co-host and producers. This is an NCC Foundation production. Visit nccradio.org for more information. We're available on Odyssey, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. This has been Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.